welcome to Whatever Happened to Darwin at the Movies. So, folks, I know you've been missing me, and I thought it was time to record something here to sort of explain what's been going on, because some of you may have been looking forward to your next episode of Darwin at the Movies and haven't seen one for quite some time. So here's what happened. And by the way, I'm sort of addressing two different audiences with this recording. So I'll try to take into account both the perspectives of both those audiences. So yeah, there hasn't been a episode of Darwin at the Movies in quite a while. We got 3 up on YouTube. Everything seemed to be going fine. All was very exciting and upbeat. And then the problems began. So the next 3 episodes that I tried to post onto YouTube were all banned. I mean, I could upload them, but I couldn't expose them to anyone, and this was all for copyright violation. Now, if you saw the earlier episodes, you saw that I was using a lot of clips from the movies to illustrate my points. And I think this is normal. I see lots of videos. I don't know the stories because I see lots of videos online that show clips of movies that they're talking about, reviewing. So I don't know what the problem is in that regard. I may use more than some others do. That's possible. I'm sure that's true, actually. But I mean, so what? I mean, I'm in a sense, I'm promoting the movies, right? I mean, I've had people tell me that they either wanted to rewatch a movie they hadn't seen before once they had the opportunity to look at it through the lens that I'd provided, and even that they wanted to go back and watch other movies that they'd never even seen or hadn't previously been interested in seeing, because of the perspective that I provided on it that gave them a new way of looking at it or thinking about it. So, I mean, in a sense, I'm kind of promoting the movies. I mean, that's not my objective, but effectively, I'm promoting the movies. So why would they, But of course, there's no thought that goes into this. That's the problem, right? These are just algorithms that are created to recognize the content, and if there's no permission, then they block it, right? So I've been unable for a long time now to be able to post, and I've tried different things. You can appeal this stuff. They do have an opportunity for appeal, but they actually say quite clearly that if you appeal and lose, you get a strike against your account, and you get 3 strikes and you lose your account. Right? So that didn't seem to be a very practical solution going forward. And I guess the other thing that you can do is to try and get the permissions from the rights holder. But I mean, like, how is this supposed to work? I mean, you've got to identify who the rights holder are. You have to contact them somehow, try to contact them somehow, and hope that they get back to you. And who knows how long it'll take for them to get back to you. And who knows, after you wait for however many weeks or maybe months before they get back to you, that they'll even give you permission to use the material. So, I mean, that's just not realistic to be able to, have a show where I'm trying to produce, ideally, an episode a week. I was actually doing every 2 weeks, but I mean, still, it's completely unrealistic. I'm just one person, right? I don't have a team. I don't have, it's just me trying to do all this. And so it just became unrealistic. And I looked at other, I looked at other options of places to post. And in fact, I have in the end decided to post them all on minds.com. I'll return to that in a minute. But YouTube is the place to be, right? I mean, unfortunately, it's unfortunate because YouTube is just turning into a crap show. I'm sorry, YouTube, if you're listening, but it's terrible. It's hardly just me. There's all kinds of people working in all kinds of different fields who are all in common acknowledging that a platform that used to be driven, the backbone of which used to be sort of the grassroots work of independent content producers, and basically YouTube is just turning its back on those people. Those people that build its brand is turning its back on them. It's trying to turn it into some kind of corporate thing, and it's a shame. But and I'm sure that there will come a day where it will no longer be the go-to place. I mean, I shouldn't say I'm sure, but I think that probably that will happen at some point, or at least the market is going to become so fragmented that YouTube is not going to have its current position. But at the moment, if you want to have a program that's going to be successful, build up a large audience, you've pretty much got to be on YouTube, and YouTube basically is not allowing me to do what I wanted to do with the whole Darwin at the Movies thing. So if you're coming to YouTube, if you just sort of stumble upon this and saw the first few videos and are looking forward to more, or if you're one of the handful of people who subscribed to Darwin at the Movies, I have to tell you, there's not going to be any more Darwin at the Movies on YouTube. This is it. This is the goodbye. And it's such a shame, right? It's such a shame. I had so many great ideas. I was really looking forward to it. It's a hell of a lot of work, by the way, right? I mean, I'm just one person, like I said, and it's not like I have a background in film or anything, right? I mean, I just had to figure all this out on my own. It was a lot of work, but I was excited about it because I thought that was really interesting, provided some really novel insights, and the whole thing has kind of gone to crap. I mean, it's kind of a lost cause at this point. So forget that. So like I said, I did put them on. So I ended up having 9. By the time I sort of threw in the towel on this, I had 9 episodes. Actually in the can, as I think they say in the business. So I've posted those all on an account at minds.com. I had an account there I've had for a long time, but I haven't really used under the name of the Biological Realist. So they're there. I'll put a link below so anyone who comes here or wants to see the 9 episodes can go over to minds.com and see them. And I will post this on Minds as well. So if you're discovering this series of episodes on Minds, this will also let you know that because I came to the conclusion that YouTube is the only place to be if you really want to build a serious audience. I just don't see any point in going forward with this. So the 9 you see, this will be number 10 on Minds.com, and the 9 preceding is all that you're going to get. It appears. The one exception to this, I suppose, would be if someone out there stumbled upon these episodes and agreed with me that this was a worthy endeavor and wanted to see it continue. Because like I said, I have all kinds of great ideas for future episodes. If anyone who thought this was a worthy endeavor to continue and had resources to make it more feasible for me to continue forward, I'd be happy to talk to anyone about any kind of partnership along those lines. But failing that, just me, given the circumstances, this seems as though it will be the end. Unfortunate, but there we go. So I guess I'll see you all somewhere down the road, maybe in some future project. But for now, all I can say is whenever I see you, it won't be next time we take Darwin to the movies.